All right, let's get some work done here. Wait a second. What's that? Huh. What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be unboxing a new microphone that I just received from the great people at FiFine. They reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in trying out one of their microphones. So that's what we got here. We're going to unbox it, we're going to try it out, we're going to give it a review, let you know what I think of it. So let's get into the video. All right, so we got the FiFine box here, and in full disclosure, FiFine did send me this microphone for free to try out and provide my thoughts and opinions on, so I want to thank them for sending this out to me and giving me the opportunity to give this microphone a try. So right here, right out of the package, the box looks pretty cool. It's clean, got a nice clean logo on it, and let's get into it and see what we've got. All right, taking the lid off here, looks like, oh, we've got some instructions in here. We've got a little pamphlet here that gives you a little message. We've got the instruction packet here for the microphone. I'd always recommend reading the instructions because there's things with anything that you get that you might not know. So check out the instructions and take a look at that. I'll be looking at this before we give the microphone a try. Here we have the microphone inside the box. It's packed really nice, has foam in here to protect it. And this particular model is a rose gold kind of color. It actually feels good. It's got some weight to it. Considering how small it is, you would think that it would be really light and might not feel that good, but it's actually got a little bit of weight to it. So I'm really curious to try this out and see how it works. It is a USB microphone. Oh, and the model number of this is K669. And I'll leave a link in the description below where you can check this microphone out. You can get it on Amazon for about 30 bucks. And once we try it out and give it a shot over on the computer, I'll let you know my thoughts on it and let you know if I think it's a good budget microphone to buy if you're interested in things like a microphone for gaming, for screen recording, or any other kind of recording you might need to do on your computer. So it is a USB microphone, and it's got a, looks like a pretty long cord here, so that's kind of cool. So let's see what else we have in the box here. Some good packing foam. And it looks like, actually on the back of the microphone, there's a little threaded area where you can thread on a stand, and it actually comes with a little stand here. So this is kind of cool. It's a little three-legged tripod kind of thing, and the legs just fold out here. You just pop them right out, and then it just screws right onto the back of the microphone here. So we'll screw that on there. All right, there we go. And you see the microphone just sits there. There's a little knob on the back here where you can loosen it up and adjust your microphone to sit however you'd like. And tighten that back up here. So all in all, I think the package, it looked like it was packaged well. I don't think it would have gotten damaged in shipping at all. Had some nice foam in there to keep it safe. And it looks pretty good. I mean, it feels good. It feels like it's got a quality build to it. Really curious to get it over to the computer and try it out and kind of see how it works. There's the unboxing. We're gonna head on over to the computer. We're gonna try a few different things, try some recording with it, and just kind of see how the microphone works out. So let's jump over to the computer and get going with some more tests on it. All right, guys, so we're back in the office at the computer and we're gonna give this microphone a try. So I'm gonna record the screen while I get this microphone set up, and I've actually already kind of plugged it in and checked it out a little. So I'm gonna show you the settings that I've used and how I'm getting started with it. The program that I'm gonna be using to record is GarageBand. I usually use GarageBand to record all of my screen recording, my tutorials, and that kind of thing. I can use ScreenFlow to do it, but I find I get a better quality audio file when I use GarageBand to record it. And then I'll bring it into DaVinci Resolve and use the Fairlight tab there in DaVinci Resolve to take care of any audio processing, EQing, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna record in GarageBand, we'll see how it sounds, and then I'll bring it over into DaVinci Resolve and give it a try there, see how it sounds, see what kind of modifications I might need to make to the audio file to make it sound even better. So one thing you wanna keep in mind is, as with any audio, you need a good pair of headphones or some good speakers. If you're just using your computer speakers, you're probably not going to get the best results out of even a really high-end microphone because the speakers on your computer just aren't that good. So I'm going to be using my Sony headphones here. They're studio monitor headphones. They work great. But that'll really help me hear how this mic actually sounds and give me a good representation of the audio from it. So let's jump over to the computer and we'll get started here. All right, so I've plugged in the USB microphone here. I'm gonna come up to my sound preferences. And when I plug it in on my Mac, you can see it just pops right up here. It's USB PNP audio device, and it's USB. So as I'm getting my microphone set up, what I like to do is if my microphone has a gain setting or it has a volume knob on it, like this one does right here, I like to keep it on the lower side or towards the low end of that volume or gain. Once you turn that up, you start picking up a lot of ambient noise and things that you might not want. So I try to keep that low to get started, and if I need to adjust it, I adjust it. But overall, I try to keep that low. So looking back at the screen here, we've got our system audio. It's a little below half. Says like 34%. I don't know if that's right, but whatever. It's a little below half. And you can see the microphone here is picking up some signal, and it doesn't look like it's peaking. Check, check. So I'm going to leave that where it is now, and we can jump over into GarageBand and start making some recordings and see how it sounds. All right, we're in GarageBand. I'm going to create a new recording here. I do have a setting here in GarageBand that I use for my YouTube videos. It has no effects, no processing on it, because I like to do all that in DaVinci Resolve. So let's just make a little recording here and start out. This is the first test of the FiFine K669 microphone. I want to see how this sounds straight out of the microphone into GarageBand here. My mouth's about 4 to 6 inches away from the microphone, and let's see how it sounds. I'm also going to leave a little bit of dead space here to see if we have any ambient noise coming in. Okay, let's go back and listen to this and see how it sounds. All right, so there is a little bit of a hiss in there, but I think that could be taken care of super easy with some noise reduction in DaVinci Resolve. Shouldn't be a problem. First impressions of hearing this mic, hey, it sounds pretty good for 30 bucks. I mean, that's some decent audio that I'm getting. So I'm going to continue to try a few more things, see how that sounds. One thing is that my fans on my computer are not running right now. So I'd be curious to see, as I can hear them starting to pick up a little bit now, once those are running, does this microphone pick it up? So the record pattern of this microphone is cardioid, which means it's recording out in this direction and should not be recording that much behind the microphone. So when I have the fans going on the computer, hopefully it doesn't pick up too much of that. Granted, I'm in a small room. I don't have any noise panels or anything like that. So it may pick up some of that noise, but it should record in this area. You want to keep your mouth maybe 4 to 6 inches from the microphone. And I noticed in this first recording, as I was talking, there was a little bit of a pop. The P's were popping a little bit. So it could use a pop filter. But one tip that I usually do to combat that, because I don't have a pop filter on my other microphone either, is I will turn the microphone to the side a little bit and kind of speak to the side of the microphone like this, as opposed to directly into the microphone. I find that that helps, and it kind of takes care of those hard P sounds where it's always popping. So I'm going to turn it to the side a little bit. I'm going to give that a try, and we'll do a few more recordings here and see how it works out. Okay, back to recording with the microphone. I've turned it to the side just a little bit. Want to try these P's and B's and see if they pop. And we'll just give this a try. So far, the microphone's sounding good. This is the second recording I'm making here, and let's go back and take a listen to this. Okay, just to show you the difference between the popping and not popping. So I have the microphone at the side now, and hopefully with the P's and the B's, we're not getting any popping. And if I turn the microphone right towards my mouth and I say B and P and I'm popping, we should get some popping in there. So hopefully that little tip helps you out. All right, so there we have it. First couple recordings. It sounded really good. I'm impressed for 30 bucks. So far, I think you can't go wrong. Be curious to see how it works once I get it into DaVinci Resolve and we kind of work with it a little bit more there. So I'm going to continue to work with it, and I'll finish this video up in a few days after I have a chance to give it a try. So it'll be just a second for you guys. For me, it'll be a few days, but we'll be back with some more thoughts on this microphone after giving it a try and working with it the way I would work with any other audio file. Guys, this is just some of the sample audio that I'm recording here just to try it, see how it works, see how it sounds. So far, I've had a chance to play with it quite a bit, and I'm pretty impressed with how well this microphone does. It sounds good, and the value at 30 bucks, the value for this microphone is actually pretty good, I think. So the audio that we're going to be hearing now is recorded straight through GarageBand. It's the raw audio, just no processing, no EQ, no effects, nothing. I'm talking about 4 or 6 inches away from the microphone, trying to keep the rest of the room as quiet as I can. But, you know, we're going to see how this sounds, and you guys are going to be hearing this live. I'm going to go back and listen to it since Obviously, I can't hear it live, but you guys will be hearing this because I'll put this audio with the video here and kind of see how that sounds. So this part that you guys are going to be hearing right now, I'm actually going to apply some EQ and general audio processing that I might do to any one of my audio files for my YouTube videos. Usually I record everything in GarageBand, as I mentioned, and then I bring it all into DaVinci Resolve and I process all the audio there. I think the Fairlight tab there does a great job at processing the audio and giving me the best quality audio that I can get. So what you're hearing right now has already gone through an EQ process as well as a multi-band compressor, possibly a de-esser. I'm not sure yet since I'm filming it. We'll see what it needs. So you can see the difference between this and that previous segment that I just filmed. All right, so wrapping up this review, some final thoughts on this microphone. I thought that the overall sound quality was really good. I was impressed with what I was able to get out of this microphone, even without any audio processing. It comes out really good. It sounds good. One of the things that I did notice was that there was a slight hiss in the background even when my room here is quiet. A little bit, just barely, only noticeable if you turn the volume up a little bit more on your headphones. But that's easy to take care of with a little bit of noise reduction. So that wasn't a big deal for me. I thought that the overall sound of my voice on here was really good. I think that it records crisp and clear, and it's easy to understand anybody who's talking through this microphone. And like any other microphone I found, once I brought it into DaVinci Resolve, I was able to easily find those points in the frequency range that might have caused a little bit of problems. I was able to use the EQ and kind of take care of some of those problem areas. But that's going to be typical with any microphone that you use. They're going to have little spots in the frequency range where they might create some noise or sound that you don't want. Totally normal for any microphone. So overall, I would say that this is a great microphone. If you're looking for a good microphone that won't break the bank, coming in at $30 on Amazon, this is a great microphone, and I think it's going to do a good job for you. So who's this microphone for? Well, if you're into gaming and you need a microphone for your computer, an external mic that's better than what's in the computer, this microphone is going to do a great job for you. If you're just getting started on a YouTube channel, maybe you want to do some tutorials or you just need a microphone for your videos, this is going to do a great job, especially if you're just doing screen recording or recording through like a webcam, from your computer. If you are looking to do some simple voiceovers or add voice to your videos after you've already put it in the computer, you've edited it, maybe you want to do a few voiceovers, I think this mic would be great for that as well. All right, so that wraps up my unboxing and review of the FiFine K669 microphone. I want to thank the people at FiFine once again for sending this microphone out for me to give it a try and give my thoughts and impressions on it. I think it's a great microphone, and if you pick it up, I think you'll enjoy it. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you're into photography, Photoshop, Lightroom, and even a little bit of video and video editing, including DaVinci Resolve, consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.